Today is June 14th. It's a Sunday, and this is the Forsythe National Wildlife Refuge, and I'm headed off in this direction with the Bucksaw. I don't have the GoPro with me today. I'm just going to take some pictures as I go along. I've videotaped this particular ride, although never on the Bucksaw before. I think I came here at least twice, if not 3 times, with the Fat Boy. And done Bucksaw at Forsythe, one of my favorite rides. It's an 8-mile loop. It's the Wildlife Drive. And kind of what you could see here. That's what I'm going to be doing. And I'll take some pictures as I go along if I see something. Okay, more recording. Again, this is on an observation platform, a little bit of a walkway here, just off the entrance to the 8-mile Wildlife Drive. And it's a great view. Here's the salsa, and there is Atlantic City, which kind of is in trouble, really. A lot of the casinos have closed, but this is one of my favorite places also. So many places that are great to ride a bike in Jersey. I was just on the Hudson waterfront yesterday, like that. Recently at Stokes. So, gonna go for an 8-mile ride. If I see something I want to photograph, I will. Again, June 14th at the Forsythe Center, just across the inlet from Atlantic City. Now, I had to stop and show this. Look like tiny turtles, but I gotta tell you the truth, I can't tell from here. There's a whole mass of them, many dozens, and it's hard for me to tell what these are. No, they're little crabs. Yeah, I believe so. Check more later, but I just had to show this. Oh, absolutely, they're crabs. Wow, look at that. That is just awesome. Here in this little stream. Okay, Forsythe Center Wildlife Refuge. I think that might be a falcon and a nest. I really can't see, even through the screen. It certainly looks like it though. It's a pretty big bird. I'd love to see it take off. Going through here on the Bucksaw. Yep, sure is. That's a falcon. And I got all kinds of insects attacking me, even with the woods off. That's the problem with this. If you call it a problem, I guess. It really is nature. Especially with a lot of birds and wildlife here, waterfowl. You have a lot of ticks. A lot of insects. Give you a look look at it. The inlet side, and here's kind of the swamp or wetlands. And I just came from the parking area, which is more than a mile away. Went out on an observatory and take pictures when I can. Oops, hard keeping this thing steady. And this is where I came from. And there's the Bucksaw. I didn't fall off. Almost did. And then Atlantic City's to the right. And I'm going to go down to the end here. It makes a left-hand turn. And along the eastern part of the road there. And then back the other side. And that'll be it. It's gorgeous out here, and just so different from where I am up in northern Jersey. Did not bring the GoPro today, but because I've done this so many times before, a little bit different perspective. There's the falcon. And the insects are on my head. Awesome. Checking around for other birds. I've seen a lot of, in previous visits, other birds try to get at those young chicks, although they might be a little bit too big right now for anything. Can't really keep this straight. That's the problem. This is really hard holding that by hand. Oh boy. Is there a good old SLR or compact system with more gripping surface? And really an eye level finder helps. You won't be bitten on the neck, even with woods off. Awesome. Awesome. Atlantic City right behind. I can bring it out a little bit. Really hard holding a point and shoot with a 700mm equivalent lens. Steady. Out riding the Bucksaw around Forsythe, the Wildlife Drive, 8-mile drive. And this is kind of what you do it for. What an amazing shot with, here's the nest. Somebody's on guard here. And a boat in the inlet in Atlantic City. It's quite amazing. And I'm not getting good focus though, I don't think. I can't tell. Oh yeah. Oops, sorry. Alright, just made the turn, around 2.5 miles. I'm near somebody's nest. See that? Insects are trying to eat me. It's about 2 miles straight ahead. And as I said, I just made the turn. City. Gone about 2.5 to 3 miles. And probably making you dizzy. Here we go. Here, holy. Okay. There was a turtle that was doing some digging, like laying an egg. I'm back on the, I'd say the third leg of the 4 of this 8-mile loop. Right around 4 miles so far. That turtle, up there he goes, or there she goes, whatever. Beginning to move. Love those turtles. A little bit more in the environment. Should have videotaped the one I saw laying eggs, or seeming like they were covering over eggs. Alright, so this is the third leg. If you think of this wildlife drive as a gigantic rectangle, I've covered 2 sides. I have basically 2 more to go. There's a heron, I believe. Context a little bit. We're on that third side of that huge rectangle called the Wildlife Drive in the Forsythe Refuge area. Got some great shots today. That's what this place is about. Bicycle's not a bad way to go, except that you really can't carry a lot. At least I'm not set up to do it. Gorgeous. I lost it. There it goes. Got it again. Awesome. Is the again, I did one long side of the rectangle, the short side at the east end, and now doing the second long side, and then there's the closing part of it. And there's Atlantic City in the distance. Okay, got to complete this side of the rectangle, and then go out along kind of this way, back kind of where I parked, which is down this way in the distance there someplace. I think it's still over further. I can just barely see the buildings myself. There they are. Alright, that's a ways off though. And this is the awesome Bucksaw. Taking this for a ride today without the GoPro. And awesome day. Awesome amount of insects that have eaten me up. And that's about it. I'm taking a tremendous chance here with being eaten up by insects. Oh my god. Everything. All kinds. There's one on my neck right now. Here's a Bucksaw, and came from right where that car's coming. And just about at 8 miles. So now if I think of this as a gigantic rectangle, that's where I actually came in. But I'm near the car. I'm almost 8 miles, and I'm back on the long side of the rectangle, if you will. I just crossed over at the western, I think that's western short side, although it was pretty long actually. But June 14th. Got some nice video and still shots today while I took a ride with the Bucksaw at Forsythe National Wildlife Refuge. And comfortable ride. My biggest problem today was insects.